Hey everybody, Kira Dynamite here, and today I'm going to be talking about The Flash. And I know, how dare you talk about The Flash wearing a Marvel shirt? This is not Marvel, this is the DC Universe. I'm sorry. That being said, let's get into it. So I'm going to talk about The Flash, the first episode from last week and the second episode that just came on this week. And I have to say, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that The Flash is back. The first episode was great. It was a great way to go into the new season because I loved seeing Iris boss mode. I love seeing Iris take the lead and telling Cisco what to do and telling Wally what to do and like, hey dad, do this and this street's open, go fight there, whatever. I loved it. We have Caitlin. Caitlin is back and I was super excited. Cisco is in the field. Cisco is in the field. He's in the field. Okay, so let's just get into the meat of it all. The way that Iris was dealing with the loss of Barry was kind of weird. We know that Iris was going to take it hard, but she's kind of just like, she told me to run, he told me to run, so I'm gonna run, and dad, what do you want me to do? Sit here, cry all day? It's like, Iris, bro, stop snapping at your dad. Your dad doesn't do this. But I understand how she's feeling that way. She feels like, you know, she just lost the love of her life, and she did. She doesn't know if she's gonna see him again. Is she gonna see him? Of course she's gonna see him again. It's the first episode. I did think that they were going to prolong Barry's absence at least like 2 or 3 episodes, but they're like, nah, here's Barry, and he comes back and he's like rambling and mumbling and doing all these, like saying all these weird things, and I'm like, I know some of that had to make sense. Like, the way I took it, I thought that of course he was like saying stuff that he had said before, like a conversation with Oliver, love those, he said something like, what if I'm not like you, Oliver, or something like that, and I was like, he's definitely said that before. So he's saying things that have happened to him, so he's saying things probably that will happen in the future, because it's been 6 months there, but they said he might have been in there for like 10,000 years or 1,000 years or something like that. So I think that is interesting. He said something about diapers, too many diapers, we need diapers or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so that's probably hinting towards the twins that they have, I believe, in the comics or in the cartoon. I'm sorry. It all gets messed up with my research. Warning, I am not a comics genius. I don't, I don't know everything about everything, but I do my research, and I do think that is probably what it is. And let's hope, because can we get a pregnant Iris? Can we? I hate that I just asked. Not right now, but like maybe like season 5. Let's give them some newlywed, time. But yeah, so Cisco was like, I want my best friend back. We're going to get him back. I'm sick of not having, and Cisco is back. Funny Cisco is back, and it's fun to have him back because, like, oh my God, I hated him last season. I was just like, get over it, get over it, get over it. I know your brother's dead. Get over it. If it was real life, take all the time you need. But it's a TV show, and I need Cisco to be like, hey, here's a funny quip thing that I'm saying. Hey, I'm witty. Here's this. It was just, seeing grieving Cisco was such a bring down. Like, last season was heavy, and I was like, if I wanted to watch heavy, I would watch Arrow, which I do, but right now I kind of want to be happy and like laugh at the funny things these characters are saying and see them fight. Grieving Cisco, I had enough of that. So I'm so happy that he's back, and he's like, I want my best friend, we're gonna do this, and Iris is like, what? We're supposed to be focusing on this, da, 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 da. And I think of course the reason why she was so adamant about that was because she didn't want to get her hopes up of bringing Barry back. Caitlin is back, and she's having like these Jekyll Hyde situations. I think that's definitely what we're going to be dealing with, because she's like, don't change. Kind of woosah, namaste. She has to keep that under control. So it's really going to be interesting finding out what happened and what she's doing with like this mob kind of thing. So that's going to be interesting. I feel like I didn't get a lot of Wally this episode, but Wally is always kind of he's cocky, and he's just like, ha, I can do anything, aha, and it's like, great, do that, but can you tone it down just a little bit? But I do love Wally. So seeing all these characters come back in the first season, the first episode was great. Fast forward to the second episode, which I loved. Okay, we have Barry back in action. He's just like it's like he's the, like Cisco said, the Flash Jesus or something like that. He said that. But that was funny. So he's like making breakfast, he's speeding around, and Iris is like happy to be back, and he's happy to be there for her. And we find out, you know, that Iris isn't taking it so well. She's harboring, you left me, Barry. And in my head I'm like, okay, yeah, he left you, but Iris, he didn't really, you know, what did you want him to do? If he stayed, the world would have collapsed within itself. So, I mean, what did you want him to do? And I know that's something that she has to work through, because she, you know, felt abandoned, and she was putting on this smiling face like, it's gonna be fine. Like, and he was putting on this face that's like, everything's gonna be okay, I'm walking into the Speed Force. When in real life, he was like, you know, please, I don't want to go, Mom. No, don't take me back into the Speed Force. I don't want to be there. But we understand Barry had to do it, and I definitely want to say that there are definitely going to be some consequences. There are going to be some consequences, because I expect there to be consequences, because how can he just leave the Speed Force and nothing happening? Like they said, he had to stay. Like, I don't know. Barry and Iris go to counseling, because she's like, how are we gonna work, you know, working together and being in a relationship together. And I love how Caitlin in this episode just came in and just like giving advice left and right. She's like, hey Cisco, your girlfriend's pissed. Don't believe that smiling face, because women smile often when inside they're like, you know, Cisco, you're in trouble. You go fix that. And then Iris comes up with her little problem. She's like, you guys should go to counseling. Me and Ronnie, R.I.P. Me and Ronnie, you know, went to, you know, some counseling sessions, because, you know, we were working together. Maybe you guys need to do. And Iris is like, we're Barry and Iris. Like, we don't need that. We don't need counseling. When we get to the nitty gritty, like I said, she was just like, you love me. And she kind of just like snaps, and Barry's like that meme. So we find out why Iris is really angry, and of course it's understandable, like I said. And can I just say that scene where he gets the grenade, magic, TV magic, like that was really cool. So the villain, I've seen the villain on something else, I can't remember where, but I've seen him on something. But I think that his powers, you know, whatever, I wasn't like, oh cool, this is like, he has awesome powers and he's a good villain. Like, whatever, he wanted revenge on these people, which that's why I'm like, why just be good to people? Don't steal their ideas, because then when they snap, you're gonna be like in your feelings about it. You should have did it, and I don't feel sorry because now I'm rich, and like now you're on the ground because you did this bad thing, and now he's trying to get this revenge. But I digress. So Barry dismantling the car, saving the other guy, super cool. But you know, it's been 6 months, you know. Listen to Iris. Also, another side note is when he was in counseling with Iris, and he picks up the newspaper, and it's like Oliver Queen Mare, and Barry is like, looks over at her like, what? And I'm like, you should probably call your friend, Barry. Like, he might still think you're dead. Or, you know, whatever you guys told him, if you told him anything. So, in this DC universe with, well, more so with Barry and Oliver, since Supergirl is like in another Earth, which really still annoys me, I really think that they should have like these cute scenes where they're on the phone and he's like, yeah, I'll talk to you later, Oliver. Or like at the end of this episode, maybe Barry could have got off the phone and he was like, yeah, man, I can't believe your marriage has been a crazy 6 months. Like, my 6 months was crazy, yours is crazy too, haha. Something like that. I don't know. I just like those little nuggets. So the thinker at the end of this conversation, at the end of the episode, sorry, my mind is like fluttering all over the place. At the end of the episode is like, and here's one down, and there's like more spaces. So I'm like, what is he gathering these people? Collecting them for something. What? I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to throw out these, you know, crazy predictions because I haven't pieced all my stuff together yet. But yeah, that's what I think so far. I think the season is going to be great. I'm happy that they're going with a lighter tone. I'm happy with Joe and Cecile. Oh, and the little pep talk that he gave Iris last week about faith. You gotta have faith. Really excited to see Caitlyn juggle this Jekyll Hyde, Caitlyn Snow, Killer Frost thing. I think that's gonna be really interesting. Like, she was working in a bar and like her attire has changed. I'm like, where are your dresses? Caitlyn got a little leather jacket. Where are your dresses with the belts? When I watch the show, I do miss Ronnie because I just like them as a couple together. So that's kind of, you know, every time she mentions it, I'm like, yeah, kind of a sore spot. Entertaining, they're funny, and there's good action, and I love seeing Gypsy back. If you guys like this episode, comment down below and tell me. If you didn't like the episode, comment down below and tell me why. We can get a little discussion going in the comments. Subscribe and like, that would be great. I'd appreciate the support. Okay, bye.